dynamic group of women who enjoy having fun, but at the same time are very passionate about changing the world.
In Phi Sigma Sigma, we talk a lot about perpetuity and the importance of perpetuity, the importance of an everlasting sisterhood. So for me, volunteering is a way to do my part to make sure that we ensure that perpetuity and to make sure that our sisterhood is here for generation upon generation upon generation.
Just given how Phi Sigma Sigma was founded back in 1913, and the fact that these were women of different faiths that came together, that were different, that couldn't get into another sorority because they weren't all of the same faith. Our women, our founders were very forward-thinking.
I'm always amazed that these women were able to think so far ahead and say, this is what we want to do and this is important to us, and start it themselves on their campus, but then grow it. And not just grow it to the next campus over, the next town over, but across the country. And it's just amazing because I don't know, even in this day and age with social media, could we really do that? But would we even have the dedication to do that? So that makes me proud.
A large portion of my life has been involved with Phi Sigma Sigma as an alum, and to be at this Centennial for me means that the organization is growing and it's sustaining, and that I really am just excited to see what the next 100 years holds for Phi Sigma Sigma.
What we want is to build on these past 100 years, if it makes any sense. I think that it's funny because we're talking a lot about our Centennial with people, and for some reason there tends to be this underlying theme that it's a stopping point where we really have to look at it from a starting point. Like, we are beginning a new 100 years, a new century, a new decade. We're moving forward as an organization.
If we continue to do the best that we can and to ensure the perpetuity of Phi Sigma Sigma for the next 100 years. I look forward to the women that come out of our sorority and all the wonderful things that they'll be doing.
We continue to revisit our programming and making sure that are we really teaching the new women who are coming into our chapters what it means to be a Phi Sigma Sigma, because people who meet me in Washington, D.C. and meet someone in California, they're going to know, wow, they're both Phi Sigma Sigma because they both really believe in the same core values.
And it's just going to be a huge celebration for all of us, and I think it marks where do we want to go for the next 100. We've shown our longevity for the first 100. Now what do we want to do? And I think it's an exciting, not necessarily a fresh start, but it's another doorway, another chapter for us to really examine where have we been and where do we want to go.
The fact that what we have been passionate about for just 2 semesters or just 2 years people have been passionate about for 100 years. And I think that's awesome. Because, sometimes you think, oh, we're the best generation or we're the best this, but no, Phi Sig has been the best for 100 years now.
The sisters are always so supportive, and that if you want to go out and do something, there's always someone there to back you up. Especially when I ran for my position, there were always girls behind me. Running for leadership positions in other organizations, there's always someone there being like, you can do it, you just have what it takes, and it's really just comforting to have that support.
I feel that the organization helped to shape the person that I became, and it has helped me in terms of my career and networking and my personal life, my leadership abilities. There's just so much that the organization gave me as a collegian, and I feel like if I can share that experience with other alumni and other collegians, then I'm doing my part to continue our organization and help grow it past our Centennial.
When you're in college, you think of Phi Sigma Sigma at your college. You don't think of the larger picture. Now working for Phi Sigma Sigma and visiting other chapters is truly an amazing experience. You get to see their traditions versus the ones I'm used to. You get better ideas and can bring them and share them with other chapters nationally.
I think what makes a Phi Sig is someone who is really diverse. We're girls who are from all over the country and all over the world, and we're also girls who are from every different background and girls who are involved in all different types of things on campus and off campus. So I think our diversity is what really defines Phi Sig.
While everybody is diverse and different and from all different regions, there are things that everybody has in common, and everyone definitely lives to our core values. They believe in inclusiveness, they believe in lifelong learning, they believe in service, and they really aim high scholastically and otherwise, and just really, that's what I think ties us together, is our core values and the way we try to live our lives every day.
I mean, I'm really part of a sisterhood. There's so many women out here. There's this national organization, and you're seeing the people that you work with. So you're seeing the faces behind the names, and it becomes more personal to you. So it just puts it all together, and it connects the dots of this is the national organization, these are my sisters in the West Coast, and these are my sisters across the country. I'm really part of something bigger, and it's a great feeling.
So crazy to think about, you know, that, I mean, if you go through old pictures, it's so funny to think that, you know, these people were literally in your shoes 100 years ago recruiting for their own chapter. And while so much has changed, I think what I love most about Phi Sig is that our values have remained true no matter where you go.